Many thanks for joining us on the newsroom. I am Victoria Akonde, and these are the headlines we are tracking at the moment. The presidency has said Nigeria's economic reality is at odds with Labour's new minimum wage demand. In a televised interview on Sunday, the presidential spokesperson Ajurin Galali highlighted the consequences should Labour have its way. According to him, the national minimum wage threshold would be binding on government, the private sector and small businesses, adding that businesses will close shop because they cannot live up to the minimum wages that organized labour is asking for. Most tertiary, primary and secondary schools across the country have shut down activities and students turned back home as labour unions on Monday flagged off an indefinite nationwide strike action. This followed the declaration by the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) on Sunday that there was no going back on the industrial action. Meanwhile, members of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria on Monday prevented judges, lawyers, staff and litigants from accessing courts in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) in compliance with the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Unions Directive. Private security guards and few police officers were also sighted around the court gates as lawyers, litigants and visitors, including journalists, were not allowed entry into the court's premises. The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Samuel Ogboku, has called on more investors to intervene by providing commercial boat services as a way of connecting the various riverine communities in the Niger Delta region. The NDDC boss, who spoke in Calabar over the weekend, said that while government was working to rehabilitate the federal highways, the intervention of commercial boat services would reduce lots of hassles on the road, including long hours on the roads and other risk factors. On business, power generation companies, GenCos, operating in the country have called on the federal government to pay the accumulated 3.7 trillion naira owed for their services. A statement signed by the board chair of the Association of Power Generation Companies, Sani Bello, said members' operations were being constrained by huge debts. The group therefore called on the federal government to urgently address the issue of inadequate payment for electricity generated by them and consumed on the national grid. On the foreign scene, the Election Commission of India will announce the results of the country's general election on June 4, following 6 weeks and 7 phases of what has been the largest democratic process ever conducted worldwide. The counting process will commence at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, with results anticipated to be declared on the same day. Votes will be counted simultaneously at designated counting centers across the 543 constituencies in the country. And finally on sports, World Athletics on Monday launched a new season-ending 3-day global championship starting in 2026 in Budapest to fill the gap between Olympics and World Championships. The World Athletics Ultimate Championship will take place every 2 years and aims to attract the biggest names in the track and field from September 11 to 13, 2026. These are the headlines making the round at this time. Join us again at the top of the hour for more stories. I am Victoria Akonde. Bye for now.